Hello, and welcome to Campus Currents, where we help you navigate the tides of campus living. My name is Tristan.
And my name is Julia. Today we're going to be recapping Seattle University's top stories from the last few weeks of the quarter.
Let's get into it. A spring 2026 study by Fandango shows that Gen Z is now the nation's most frequent movie-going generation, with 87% of them having seen at least one film in theaters over the past 12 months. They're also spending more on concessions and IMAX tickets than other audiences. This spike is a phenomenon which ties to COVID and the lack of social experiences. Gen Z are looking for spaces of connection, and the theater has become one of them. This has also led to them interacting with the independent theaters in the Seattle area. The theater manager for Tasveer Film Center in Columbia City, Lisa Coys, described a growing dissatisfaction at the isolation of at-home streaming services, a sense that people have been alone with their screens long enough and are ready to watch something together again. Coys said, quote, "You see people who know each other meeting up unexpectedly. They end up sitting together to watch a movie they didn't even know they were both coming to see. There's something amazing about people feeling good by unknowingly crossing paths with friends in that space." End quote.
It's so cool that movie theaters are becoming more of a community space again.
Yeah, people really do just want places to connect in person.
Speaking of community, did you hear that Seattle U is trying to build more of that on campus?
Oh yeah, that's right, with a new housing program designed to bring students together.
Seattle University's Housing and Residence Life is launching a new residential program this fall. Residential Learning Communities, or RLCs, will be embedded across the three first-year residence halls, Bellarmine, Campion, and Xavier. Open to any student, the RLCs are designed for cross-community engagement and will host regular events centered on 5 specific themes. Bellarmine Hall will host Catalyst, focused on innovation and entrepreneurship, and Pathways of Purpose, centered on faith, meaning, and Ignatian spirituality. Campion Hall will host Cura Terra, emphasizing climate and sustainability and balance and being, which centers around holistic wellness. Xavier Hall will host Atlas, built around global engagement and cross-cultural connection. RLCs were offered at Seattle U over 10 years ago before being discontinued. Their return to campus is part of a broader institutional effort to strengthen ties between academic and residential life, a goal rooted in Seattle U's Jesuit identity. Katie Steele, Associate Director for Community Engagement and Learning Initiatives, said faculty presence outside the classroom is central to what the program aims to achieve. Since HRL announced the launch, faculty have proactively reached out to collaborate on programming. The housing application now includes an option for students to indicate interest in an RLC, though participation remains entirely optional.
Beginning April 7th, Thrive Without 9 became the first food station at Seattle University to offer halal-friendly meals. Revolution extended its hours until 8 p.m. on Fridays, starting April 10th, and Capitol Hill Deli introduced cheese and pepperoni personal pizzas on weekends, beginning April 11th. According to Red Hawk Dining, these changes all come from student input. Red Hawk Dining also launched a 25-cent discount for students who choose plates or reusable Aussie boxes over compostable containers. Pricing visibility at the cave is also being improved. New full-page signs on snack racks, hanging peg tags, and refreshed cooler signage are being installed so that every item in the store has a clearly visible price. Andrew Gaynor, Resident District Manager for Chartwell's Higher Education Dining Services, said that the changes came through multiple feedback channels. Quote, "We made these changes based directly on feedback with students in mind. Our goal is for students to feel heard, supported, and excited about their dining options while enjoying clarity and choice throughout their day," Gaynor said.
It's nice to see students actually having a say in what changes on campus.
Yeah, when people feel heard, they're more likely to get involved.
Exactly, and some students are getting involved through really creative communities, like that class that's helping keep DIY art and self-expression alive. Long before the vulnerability and spontaneity of blogs and social media posts, creatives and activists found zines, small batch, independently published booklets, as a way of self-expression and storytelling. That tradition is very much kept alive in zines, DIY self-publishing, an art class currently offered at Seattle University. Associate Professor of Visual Art, Photography, and Design, Alexander Mouton, teaches the course and has a history in zine making, regularly attending zine festivals all across the Pacific Northwest. Mouton says that zine making is not only special because of how affordable it is, but also because it is very inclusive of different types of media. In their most recent rotation of zines, students used everything from photography to crayons to digital art. The focus of the class is ensuring people feel comfortable enough to produce zines in which they can be their authentic selves. The class also helps students with publication and distribution of student zines, guiding them on all aspects of zine making, from various budgets to printing at home and in studios. Mouton pays for all students to have their final zines produced professionally at Girly Press, a local print shop.
Every week, zombies, rats, and legendary creatures come alive inside Piggott. Around a cluster of tables, focused students shuffle their cards and roll 20-sided die. 3- and 4-person matches unfold all at once. To an outsider, it might look like a normal card game, but a few minutes in, you realize there's much more depth to it. It's strategy, luck, spells, and a little bit of chaos. Magic the Gathering is a tabletop card game where players play as wizards, summoning creatures and casting spells to defeat their opponents. The cards themselves represent spells that players can cast for their mana cost, a resource which players must build up throughout the game. Paolo Salbia, a third-year computer engineering student and one of the club's founders, didn't arrive on campus with a built-in Magic community. Unsure where to find other players, he considered starting a club. Hearing that other students had the same idea gave him the push, and the club officially launched during winter quarter of 2025, with just a handful of members. Now, it regularly draws around 10 students, sometimes reaching 20 on busier weeks. Tables fill quickly, and multiple games run side by side, stretching late into the night.
I didn't realize Magic the Gathering could get that competitive.
Yeah, people take their strategy very seriously.
Well, if we're talking about focus and precision, that kind of mindset fits perfectly with golf. Which reminds me that Seattle U Women's Golf just finished up their season. Seattle U Women's Golf took home their first win of the season at Bobcat Desert Classic, April 13th through the 15th. The Redhawks shot a combined 9 over par. Freshman Zoe Ruby Schoen finished tied for second place, shooting a combined 214, 2 under par. A week later, the team competed in their first WCC championships since returning to the conference this year. The competition proved to be tough, with the Redhawks finishing in 8th place, shooting a combined 55 over par. The WCC championship marks the end of the 2025-26 season for the Redhawks. Seattle U heads into the offseason looking to train hard and come back strong in September.
Pilates seems to be all the rage online, and Seattle U is no different. UREC offers 15 weekly fitness classes, including mat Pilates, power yoga, yoga flow, cycling, strength and conditioning, and Lift 45. Out of the classes offered, Pilates is the most popular, regularly filling up and even sometimes going over capacity. Pilates classes are held each Tuesday at 6:15 p.m. and Wednesday at 1 p.m. Each class lasts for 45 minutes. The full fitness class schedule can be found posted around UREC or on the UREC website.
And that's all for this episode of Campus Currents.
To read more, check out our website, seattlespectator.com. And remember, stay current, Redhawks!